Gina, I need to talk to you about my mom's funeral.
Oh, sure, Anton. I just heard from your dad. We'll all be meeting up for drinks on Thursday the 5th, and the funeral itself is on Friday, right?
Yeah, that's right. Apparently we got pushed back a day because they're having some technical problems at the funeral parlor. So we're just gonna go for drinks on the 5th instead.
Right. It's also the busiest time of year for them right now, and I heard you sometimes have to wait over a week, so I guess we should count ourselves lucky they managed to fit us in the next day.
So anyway, as for what I messaged you about, sorry babe, but I'll be going to work today.
Huh? Work? I thought today was the start of your condolence leave. I thought you got a full week off for a parent.
I do. But I got a call from the hospital Mom was staying at while I was at work and had to rush off in a panic. I had to drop a particularly troublesome project I've been trying to get completed for ages, and now the office is in chaos with everyone trying to pick up the pieces. I didn't find anyone to take over for me, so I'm worried about how they're going to cope since everyone already has their own stuff to deal with. I'll never be able to have peace of mind with the thought of them all rushing around and having their schedules messed up on my behalf. So, I'm going to dash over and take care of it. Which means, and I'm sorry about this, babe, but I think I'll be sleeping at the office tonight.
I see.
I'll be home tomorrow night. I feel bad asking, but would you mind taking care of my pops in the house while I'm away?
I see. I guess you are in a difficult spot, and it's only natural you'd want to get back on top of everything to save your coworkers the trouble. I think your work ethic and sense of duty to your company are admirable.
I'm really sorry about the timing here, babe. I know it sucks, but we do have a little time before the funeral, and I seriously need to get this handled as soon as possible so things can get back to normal for everyone at the office and I can get a good night's sleep again.
Yeah, I get it. All right. Gina! Long time no see, girl! It's me, Nina! Do you remember me? Huh? Nina? Nina? Oh! By any chance, is this the Nina from my class in high school? Bingo! Anyway, let's get down to business. Tell me, Gina, where do you think I am right now? I'm sorry, Nina, but I don't have time to be messaging right now. I'll get in touch when things have settled down, okay? Ooh, get you, little Miss Diva. Looks like someone's in a grouch. No, it's not like that. Looks like I have no choice. Hey, Gina, it must really suck for you, huh? I can't believe it's your husband's day off, but he didn't even stay home to spend time with you. Day off? Sure, it's technically his day off. We don't have the luxury of spending time together right now. We're going through a difficult time. Ah, I see. Does that mean you saw this coming? Me stealing your husband Anton from you, that is. Huh? So, back to where we just left off. Where do you think I am right now, Gina? Go on. Tell me. I don't know, and I don't care. Jeez, you're no fun. Whatever, so be it. The truth is, I'm with Anton in the luxury hot spa resort in Gregsby Town. Quit joking around, I'm not in the mood. You wish I was joking. What the hell is this? We've been dating for a whole 2 years now. I think it's gonna be time for us to tie the knot soon. Yes. My big dream wedding is going to be amazing. 2 years? Does that mean you've had your claws in him ever since we started caring for his mom? You need to hurry up and divorce him so I can have him all to myself. Why would you be doing this now of all times? Listen to me, girl, and listen good. You think you're such hot shit, don't you? Did you think I forgot what a teacher's pet you were in school? You had no right to be getting grades that good despite coming from a single mother household. You even got into the best college in the state, and on a scholarship with a tuition fees exemption, no less. Ugh. It makes my blood boil just thinking about it. How can there be so much injustice in the world? You make me sick, you disgusting freeloader. Wait, is this why you... And that's not all. Anton's mom and dad were fiercely against the wedding when they found out you were raised by a single mom, weren't they? No, that was only his mom, actually. Sure, she might have been opposed to us being together, but his dad and little brother were perfectly fine with it. And actually, they were super supportive. We ended up going ahead with it in the end after Anton persuaded his mom to give us the go-ahead. Yep, I know. I didn't ask for an explanation, sweetie. You see, I already know the intimate details of your private life. Apparently, she only agreed to let you marry when he told her that you, coming from a broken family, meant you'd have nowhere to escape to, so she could treat you like her own personal slave. Did you know that's how Anton talks about you behind your back? Huh? Wait, what? Your mom got on board when she heard that, which is the only reason she finally agreed to the marriage. Didn't you think it was strange how she changed her mind all of a sudden? What is this? If you don't believe me, how about I send you the chat logs? I keep them in a special folder I check whenever I'm feeling bored and need to laugh. I see. I would like to confirm all this now, but I'm incredibly busy and it's not a good time. Listen, Nina, if you want me to divorce him, you're gonna need to send me a hell of a lot more proof than just a picture. Sure, I can do that. My family is rich, so if you charge us for compensation, we'll barely even notice. My mommy and daddy will be happy to pay any amount of money if it means securing their precious daughter's happiness. So it's evidence you want, huh? All right, prepare to receive mountains of the stuff. You're probably going to want to start crying when you see what I'm about to send, so be sure to take regular breaks in between looking and taking deep, big breaths.
Hey, Gina. You announced you were divorcing me at my mom's frickin' funeral? What the hell's gotten into you? I can't believe you shoved a set of divorce papers in my face and stormed out of the church while I was mourning my dead mom. I got quizzed and interrogated by my entire goddamn family because of you. Do you know how much embarrassment you've caused me? This is the most senseless, ridiculous, absurd thing I've ever heard of.
If I'm absurd, then what are you?
Excuse me? What have I done that's absurd?
How about you ask your girlfriend about it? You are just as bad as each other.
My girlfriend?
Nina Jenkins.
What?
I know all about how you guys met after you approached her at a bar, but apparently you didn't know she was my classmate back in high school.
Seriously? Wait. How do you know any of this?
She exposed your relationship to me herself. Tell me, Anton, when do you think she told me? It was the night of the first day of your condolence leave, when you told me you were going to the office.
What?
A luxury hot spa resort, huh? You must have been really broken up about your mom. Congrats, Anton. You just won the grand prize for being the world's biggest scumbag. I mean, please. Using your condolence leave to go on a seedy vacation with your lover behind your wife's back? Are you really in any position to say I'm acting senselessly?
Gina, well, Nina seemed so excited when she pitched the plan for the vacation to me that I couldn't refuse.
Really? Because based on what she told me, you offered to pay for the whole thing. Also, she thought it was just a regular vacation and didn't know anything about your mom.
Huh?
I don't know if it's because Nina's never had a single job in her life, but she didn't know what condolence leave meant when I told her the situation.
Wow, really?
I'm sure you can imagine how surprised I was to get a slew of gloating messages from your pea-brained lover about how she'd stolen you from me while I was making preparations for your mom's funeral and you pretended to be at work. You're reaching levels of absurdity previously thought impossible here, Anton. I guess trying to steal another woman's husband is pretty absurd in and of itself. I couldn't decide whether you were both as bad as each other. But when I stopped to think about it, I figured the guy who used his condolence leave to mourn his dead mother as an opportunity to go on a lover's hot spa retreat absolutely had to take the prize. You may have been cheating on me, and Princess Nina may have come at you all of a sudden begging for a vacation, but I might have actually been able to maintain the tiniest morsel of respect for you if you'd offered to reschedule for a later date, or just said no because you were mourning your mom. The fact that you still chose your lover's vacation in spite of everything you had going on shows me that you truly are a heartless lowlife with zero redeeming qualities. And that's the mild version of what I think you are. Believe me, I could say so much more, but then I figure, what's the point? It won't change anything, and you're not worth the energy.
Just shut up, woman. This ain't fair. You can't go pinning this all on me. You've done your fair share of wrong, too. You got up and stormed out like a little kid having a tantrum in the middle of my mom's frickin' funeral. I mean, seriously, shoving a set of divorce papers in my face in front of all those people? What in the heck do you think you're playing at? Surely you could have waited until after the funeral. Why did you have to go and embarrass me in front of everyone I know like that? You got some nerve to spit on my mom's memory by turning her funeral into an episode of Jerry Springer, and then act like you're some righteous hero of justice, and I'm the one in the wrong.
Right. Normally what I did would be downright unacceptable. But you see, Anton, your dad gave me his permission to do what I did at the funeral.
What? My dad?
Listen, your lover, Nina, tried to barge her way into our house this morning.
She did what now?
You didn't tell her about your mom, so she had no idea how busy I was with the funeral arrangements. She was so disappointed at how weak my reaction to finding out about the affair was after she'd been waiting so long in excitement to tell me about it. Between feeling let down by how few craps I gave about her and the fact that you hadn't been answering her calls and responding slowly to her messages lately, she reached her wits' end, flipped out, and drove over to the house in a rage. Her anger turned to confusion when she let herself in by the front door, only to find your dad sobbing alone in his mourning clothes, holding a photo of your mother in the kitchen. That's when the reality of the situation sunk in.
My dad?
Your dad's always had good instincts. Figuring something fishy was going on, instead of calling you, he called me immediately and asked me to come over. When I explained the situation to him, it became pretty obvious what had happened.
Are you serious?
That's not all. Your dad, livid with what you'd done, messaged the whole family and everyone set to attend the funeral with word of your affair.
He did what?
He told me I was free to leave the funeral at any time if the stress of everything all got to be too much for me. And to be honest, I was already at breaking point mentally and emotionally. So I took him up on his offer and left halfway through. As for the divorce papers, Nina brought them with her when she let herself into the house. All I did was sign them and hand them over to you.
Jesus Christ! This cannot be real. Where's Nina now?
She went home. I called her parents after she left and told them about what she'd done, so presumably they're surveilling her at their place now.
Gina?
Oh, and you'll be paying me compensation.
Compensation?
I'll be hiring a lawyer in a week or so once I've had the time to rest and get my mind in a better place.
You're gonna file for compensation from me while I'm still mourning my mom.
Somehow or other, Anton. I feel like using your condolence leave to go on vacation at a hot spa resort with your lover permanently disqualified you from using your mother's death as an excuse to get out of anything.
Yeah, but...
I also have your dad's full support and backing, so I'm fully committed to doing this properly, and I promise I'll be taking you for everything I can. You better not try to escape. It's time to man up and face the consequences of your actions. Gina? Hello, are you there? What do you want? Well, I was kinda hoping we could discuss the whole thing with the compensation. I'll be hiring a lawyer over the coming days, so they'll be in contact with you, and we've decided on how much you owe me. Well, Gina, I was kinda hoping we could, forget about all this? Excuse me? please, just think about this for a sec. I didn't know anything about Anton's mom dying or you guys being in the middle of making the preparations for her funeral, right? If I had known, I would have never have done what I did when I did. In a sense, I'm a victim in all this too because Anton lied to me. So yeah, can we just forget all this and move on? You know, let bygones be bygones and all that? You must be crazy if you think I'm just gonna forget about what you did to me. Sure, I acknowledge that Anton was in the wrong for not telling you about his mom or the funeral. Right? So why can't we just forget about it? Because Anton not filling you in on all the details about his mom and you stealing my husband from me are two completely separate issues. So the compensation is going full steam ahead. You'll be paying me a lot of money, Nina, so I suggest you start rummaging through your piggy bank. Oh my god. What the hell is wrong with you? Have you never heard of the word sympathy before? How about you try having a heart, you insensitive old bag? I have been researching legal stuff online, and I'm pretty sure this counts as Wait, what was it again? Extenuating circumstances. Extenuating circumstances? It counts as nothing of the sort, and you're tragically deluded if you think otherwise. In what way does not knowing about Anton's mom's funeral expunge you of guilt for the affair? Not only that, but an affair you intentionally plotted with glee to satisfy some pathetic grudge you held against me since back when we were in high school, and which you willfully and voluntarily sent me tons of evidence of to hurt me as much as possible. How could you think there is any way for you to get off the hook on this one? Well, Just listen to me. You don't know how difficult my situation is right now. I have always been more of a housework girl, so I haven't had many jobs and don't have much experience working. Correction, I think you mean you've never had any jobs. Just because Mommy and Daddy reached their wits' end with you sponging off them and refused to pay the compensation doesn't mean you're getting out of it. I can't do this, Gina. I am begging you. Please, try to understand. What, did you seriously think I was going to feel any pity for you because you're actually going to have to face the consequences of your actions yourself? Instead of being pulled out of yet another mess by the bank of Mommy and Daddy? But... Obviously not. I'm actually pleased it turned out this way. But I never thought this was gonna happen. Anyone who goes out of her way to steal another woman's husband should be prepared to lose everything. Gina! I'm not letting you off the hook, and I have zero sympathy for you. I have no intention of going easy on you in court. You will be paying me every cent of the compensation I charge you for. Oh my god! There's no way out this time. You made your bed, now lie in it. After moving out of the in-laws' house, my friend kindly let me stay with her for a while, and with that, I finally set to work on hiring a lawyer and kicking off the divorce proceedings. I was convinced Anton would try to resist me at every turn, but to my surprise, he decided to yield to my demands after receiving a stern talking to from his dad. A few days later, I received every cent of the compensation I asked for in one lump sum, and the divorce was finalized. To make matters worse for my wayward ex-husband, word of him using his condolence leave to go on a lover's vacation got out at his workplace, and he voluntarily resigned to avoid the shame of being fired at the request of his boss. Finally, he was disowned by his dad and kicked out of the house. As for Nina, his partner in crime, after paying me my compensation by taking out a huge loan, she too was disowned by her mom and dad and kicked out onto the streets with nothing but a few dollars and a suitcase with her belongings to her name. There's something kind of poetically romantic about the two lovers of our story getting disowned by their parents and made homeless at the same time, don't you think? Apparently, they started renting a crappy old beat-up apartment in the rough part of town, an area known for its major crackhead and prostitute problem. However, in a sweet irony, it turns out Anton and Nina weren't a very good match for each other after all. Apparently, they started getting into fierce arguments every day. and before long the neighbors, sick of not being able to sleep, reported them to the landlord. It's looking like they're going to be thrown back out on the streets before the end of the month.
Believe we're just 3 days away from our wedding.
I know, the time has flown by.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you as your wife. I knew from when we started dating in high school, we were going to be together for the long run.
I can't wait either. Is your sister gonna be there?
Of course, she's family. Why do you ask?
No reason, I just don't remember if you said she was coming or not.
She was apparently not going to come. My mom was telling me that she had some sort of meltdown and swore off coming to the wedding. I have no idea why.
Oh, good to know she's decided to come now, though.
I guess. Why are you so concerned about my sister, though? What does it matter to you if she comes to our wedding or not?
I'm not concerned about her. I was just wondering whether or not she'd be attending the wedding.
Okay, well, yes, as far as I know, she's going to be coming.
Good to know.
I should have known something like this was going to happen. Leave it to Gloria to take what's mine and snatch it away from me.
I'm very disappointed in your sister. I also should have known she'd be up to something when she came crying to me about receiving an invitation to your and Kevin's wedding. I couldn't put together what she was so upset about. I figured it was because her younger sister was getting married before she was.
She's always been jealous of me and what I've accomplished. I just never thought she would crash my wedding day like that and steal my high school sweetheart from me. Confessing her love for him is one thing, but she let me waste all this money on a wedding just to embarrass me in front of all our friends and family by being left at the altar.
I never thought your sister could be so wicked and do something of this sort. You're right. She could have brought her feelings up to you earlier in the relationship, but Kevin is just as much to blame. If he cared more for your sister than you, he should have never led you on for so long. I'm disgusted by the both of them, to be quite frank.
Me too. They deserve to pay for what they've done to me. I want revenge.
While I never brought you up to be like this, I do understand why you're feeling like this.
Well, you didn't exactly bring Gloria to be a wedding-crashing, fiancé-stealing, evil drama queen, but she definitely turned out that way.
You're quite right. Your father and I don't know what to do about her. We definitely do not condone this type of behavior, and I feel like it should be punished. Although we did have one idea.
What is it?
We were discussing it last night. Your father and I are considering disowning her for her betrayal of our family.
I think that's a very good idea. We don't want someone so evil and conniving associated with our family name.
No, you're absolutely right. We can't have our family name brought down because of her.
There is one other thing I think you and father should do.
Yes? What are you thinking?
I think Gloria should be removed from your wills, and sole proprietorship of the family business should come to me. If we're going to disown her from our family, we should do it properly.
You're quite right. I'll speak to your father, but I think this is definitely something we should include in her punishment.
I'm very sorry for what's happened to you. I never thought that one of my daughters could be so cruel and do something so horrible to another member of the family, especially not her sister. It's not your fault, Mother. Gloria and Kevin are the ones to blame. Hey, sis. Gloria, what do you want? I need to talk to you. Can we maybe meet for coffee? Not a chance. After what you've done to me, I want nothing to do with you. Please, Tammy, I really need to talk to you. Whatever you have to say, you can tell me here. You have 5 minutes. I want to apologize. That's out of character, especially after you tried to ruin my life and betrayed me in front of our entire family. I know, but I'm sorry. Is that it? You're just sorry? Well, yes, what more do you want me to say? I expected more, but anyway, is that all you wanted? Well, do you forgive me? Of course not, Gloria. That was the most pathetic apology anyone's ever offered me. And in any case, what you did to me and our family is unforgivable. Please, Tammy, you have to forgive me. I need your help. Mom isn't taking my calls, and neither is Dad. I don't blame them. You're lucky I even bothered to respond to you. Why should I help you? Kevin left me. I have no one. I guess that's karma. You don't understand. I'm pregnant. What? Kevin got me pregnant and then left me for another woman. I don't know what to do. I can't say I'm surprised. If he cheated once, he was bound to do it again. What do you want me to do about it? I can't exactly terminate your pregnancy for you. I don't want to terminate my pregnancy. I want to have the baby. Plus, I'm too far along for an abortion. How far along are you? And again, what do you need me for? I need you to get mom and dad to take me back into the family. I'm 5 months along, and I can't afford to have the medical treatments I need. Why don't you just get a job and pay for them yourself? That's the thing, I can't get a job. I think I have some serious complications with being pregnant. I've been bedridden for the last month. Oh my god, Gloria, you've really messed up this time. Tammy, please, I'm begging you, I have nowhere else to turn. Alright, fine, you can come and stay in my spare bedroom. And I'll get mother and father to speak to you again, but I swear, one wrong move and you're out. I promise, I just want to be a part of a loving family again. You won't believe who came crawling back, begging for forgiveness. Don't tell me it was Kevin. Nope, Gloria. What more could she possibly want from you? She wants back in the family. Kevin's knocked her up and left her for someone else. That man really is something else. So, what does your sister want from you? She needs support and somewhere to stay. She's not able to work to support herself because of her pregnancy. Well, what did you say to her? I told her I'd take her in. I know how it feels to be betrayed, abandoned, and left high and dry with nothing but a broken heart. Except in her case, she has a baby to think of now, too. I think what you're doing is very big of you. I'm proud that you've chosen the higher path, and are willing to care for your sister when she didn't bother to give you the same level of respect. Thank you. It's hard to forgive her, but I can't let my feelings affect the well-being of the child. Your father and I will support you with this and help you pay for the checkups and medical care the baby may require. I told Gloria the second she messes up, she's out. Good. I think she needs these boundaries. Gloria, have you seen my silver bracelet with the blue diamonds? It was on my dressing table this morning, but now it's disappeared. No, why would I know where it is? I just thought you may have come into my room or something and borrowed it. Maybe the maid bumped it while she was cleaning and never picked it up. No, I checked around my dressing table, and in all the drawers, it isn't there. Sorry, I can't help you. I don't know where it is. Come to think of it, I'm actually missing a few things of value to me. Well, I can't help you there. I've been so busy with the baby. I don't even know what day it is. The doctors were right when they said the newborn stage is the most tiring. You don't have much to compare it to. You've only just given birth. I know that. All I'm saying is, I've been very busy with my baby. I haven't had time to notice your things going missing. I wonder if it is the nanny that's stealing from me. It's been ever since I hired her that I've noticed things going missing. Yes, you're right. It's probably her. That's disappointing. I thought she was trustworthy when I hired her. I'll have to talk to her about it this week and probably let her go. Good, because I can't have thieves working around my baby. Don't worry, I'll sort this out. Gloria, you deceitful liar. I can't believe I was stupid enough to believe your lies and let you into my life again. What are you talking about? I haven't done anything. Don't bother trying to come up with another lie. I can see you in my house with Kevin right now. What? How? After I noticed things had been going missing and I thought it was the nanny, I decided to hide secret cameras around the house to try and catch her in the act so that I'd have proof and cause to fire her and hopefully get some of my things back. Well, you can imagine my surprise when I opened the live camera footage to see Kevin lounging on my sofa. I can explain. No need. I've seen what you two have been doing, and I know everything I need to know. While I've been at work, you've been letting Kevin into my house and helping him steal from me. No doubt you two have been pawning the items for cash. What are you even doing back with that serial abandoner anyway? Well, the thing is, he never actually left me. What? You said he got you pregnant and then moved on to somebody else. Not exactly. Yes, he got me pregnant, but he didn't leave me. Gloria, what the hell's going on? Keeping all these secrets is so exhausting. I'm just gonna tell you exactly what we've been planning. Please. When Kevin and I found out we were gonna have a baby, although we were excited, we didn't want to have to pay for all the things that were involved, like the doctor's visits and the newborn equipment. So we came up with the plan to get you, Mom, and Dad to pay for the stuff for us. I knew it'd be easy to win over, so that's why I got hold of you. Are you being for real right now? You orchestrated this whole thing just to get money out of our parents and me? Yep, pretty much. It's so nice to finally have everything out in the open. It's been so annoying having to keep things between Kevin and me quiet, so that you wouldn't find out. Although I wasn't expecting you to start spying on us in the house. I wasn't spying on you. I was trying to find out why my things kept going missing. And just as well, because who knows how long you would continue to use me for if I never found out. Probably a good few months. You're unbelievable. I'm coming home right now and I want you and that disgusting user out of my house. I can't believe how entitled you are. No, I don't think so. And I'm only entitled because I'm tired of you always getting everything. I always had to work hard for everything I wanted, and it's not fair. What do you mean you don't think so? I have to work hard for what I want too. I just don't complain about it like you do. Oh, whatever. In any case, I quite like it here. It's fancy. I want you out. There's absolutely no way you're staying after everything you've done. There's not much you can do to us from the outside of the house. What do you mean? You don't honestly think I'd go without a fight? And I certainly wouldn't just let you walk right into the house. It's my house. You can't lock me out. I can, and I have. And I'll just call the police and have you and Kevin arrested for trespassing and theft. You wouldn't do that because then my baby will be left an orphan. And you don't have it in you to do such a thing. What do you want from me, Gloria? What do I have to do to get rid of you? I'm glad you asked. I want the house. Then Kevin and I will be out of your hair. You can't have my house. I can if you sign ownership to me. Why would I do that? Well, if you want me out of your life so badly, then you'll give me the house. I've gotten quite comfortable staying here over the past few months. And you wouldn't want the baby to be out on the streets, would you? If I do this, I never want to hear from you or Kevin ever again. I want you out of my and our parents' lives for good. If you give me the house, we'll never bother you again. Fine, but that's it. You're not getting anything more out of our family. Whatever. When I receive the transfer papers, I'll let you come back in to come and get your belongings. All I want is a normal, caring sister, but I guess that'll never happen. I finally received the restraining orders for our family against Kevin and Gloria. They won't be able to get anywhere near us again without having to face the police. Oh, good. I really cannot believe Gloria would be so wicked and do all this just to get money out of us. Me neither. I would have never thought my older sister would betray me, use me, and blackmail me the way she has. But at least she's out of our lives now for good. I'm just glad you decided to move home closer to us. I feel much better knowing we're all together now. Going from almost getting married to being left at the altar and manipulated by my sister. I never thought I'd be living back home with my parents again, but I'm also glad to be close to you and Father again. This way we can all have each other's backs and make sure nothing can ever come between our family again. That's right. And I'm also very grateful that your father thought ahead and decided to keep our family business in your name and not add your sister back into our wills. Can you imagine the kind of drama she would cause for us then if she had any sort of leeway in the company? I don't even want to think about it. At least I got my own back one last time. Gloria thought she could manipulate the house for me, but it's technically owned by the business. So having my signature on the change of ownership papers means nothing. The paperwork is invalid and the house will be sold through the company. Good for you, honey. They don't deserve anything more from us. In other news, I found someone I'd like you to meet. I've invited him over for dinner tonight. Mother, You know I hate being set up on blind dates. Does it count as a blind date? If your parents will be there? No, I guess not. He's a really nice guy. Plus, I think after everything Kevin put you through, you deserve to get back out there and find someone new. I suppose. I guess I'll have an open mind at dinner tonight. That's all I ask. And who knows? He may just be what you're searching for.
After Tammy moved back in with her parents, she focused on improving and growing the family business that she was set to take over. She, her mother, and her father formed a closer relationship after all they'd been through with Gloria, and were glad not to be bothered by her again. As for Gloria, Kevin did eventually leave her for someone younger. She tried to support herself by getting into petty crime, and ended up getting arrested, and her child was unfortunately put into foster care. Tammy ended up adopting the child anonymously, so that Gloria could never trace it back to her when she got out of prison. She made a wonderful life for the baby that was made complete by the man her mother had set her up with. It turned out that he was an excellent match for Tammy, and they ended up getting married. He became the most amazing husband and father to the child.